Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about my Monument Tools pipe bender. This is the one that I use in all my videos that you've probably seen, done hundreds of them, and what I like to do is create little videos on exactly how to use these and little hacks of bending your pipes perfect. I thought I'd do a quick video on explaining exactly why I use them in a normal traditional case. And yeah, like I said, as a domestic plumber, I mainly use 15mm that I have to find myself bending. These are small, compact in size. I fit these inside my solder bag, so they're always with me all the time. If you're bending 22, then obviously you have to buy the 22mm version. It's probably the only downfall is that you have to carry both, but I will keep the 22mm on the van, and then I'll carry this around with me all the time in my solder bag. These are replacing your traditional scissor benders. So these are my ones from Bend It Now. Hilmors don't make the old Hilmors as what they used to, and this company makes an exact replica. So if you need a new set of benders like this, this is basically the right one to go to. These do both sizes in one, and you have to use a former inside here and use that to bend. They do use rollers, which I find are really good, and this is the main reason why I like to bend my 22mm on something like this. I do find that the Monument Tools ones is a little bit stiff. You can buy extension pieces, but what I find that is when I put the extension pieces in and I rest the bottom on the floor like this, my position up high here is just a little bit too high on my body. I can't quite jump onto it. So when I do use the 22mm, I don't use the extensions. And yeah, you considerably do not need to use extensions on the 15mm. You should be strong enough to be able to do it. I'm not exactly the biggest person in the world, and I find it pretty easy. Like I said, these are super compact in size, and yeah, you don't need a lot of space to be able to use them. With the scissor benders, I always find that I had to like get up out of position, bend it, get back down again. With these ones, I can stay in the same position of whether I'm soldering or working next to a kitchen sink or toilet, quickly pull these out my bag, pull my set, pull my little kick, and I'm done. So yeah, these benders, what I really like about them is that their measurements on the sides, the markings actually make sense. So we have a 30, 45, 60 and a 90 all marked here. So in theory, all you have to do is put your pipe in, put the arm down, and then bend and stop at your mark. With the scissor benders, I don't know about you, but I've never really known exactly what the markings are and where to position them on the copper pipe, so I can't get my bends perfect every single time. I don't get any consistency with them whatsoever. With these ones, much better. Also, the arms, everything's all in line, so when you bend your copper, everything is all done by looking straight down. So when you're bending your sets and your little kicks in different directions, all you have to do is look straight down the middle, and you can get it mostly perfect every single time. Using the scissor benders, there's a lot more to get in your way, and it's a little bit harder to be able to get it all square. So in the UK, we got pipework in millimeters, so this is 15mm, and we also have 28, 22 and all other sizes. If you're from the US or any other country, these benders might not work for your pipe. Like I said, these are in millimeters, not in inches. If you're bending 1/2 inch and 3/4, you might not be able to use a set like this. I don't know if they are trying to make different types of variations in these benders to suit your region, but let's hope that they do. So most common bends that we would do in the UK, we are taught to bend copper from college, and we have to do lots of assessments for it. The main one we use is a 90°, obviously just a simple 90° bend. Bending copper does stretch it a little bit. Our copper is made to withstand that, but it does make your bends have a longer radius in them. So if you're constantly using 90s all the time, something like bends will increase the flow rate of your pipe work. Another bend we'll do is what we class as a set. What I class as a set, this is in theory 2 kicks. So a normal kick would just be one of them, whether you're kicking up into radiators or anything like that. A set would be if you're just moving position. So if you've got some pipe work that's not in line for clips, which I find in kitchen sinks, I like to set them all back into the clips that I use. Another nice bends that we like to do is a crossover. So if you're finding out that you've got a pipe in the way, you can either cross it over the top or underneath. If you want to get really fancy about it, you could try and bend one of my infinity cubes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so this hasn't got any measurements on it whatsoever. It's made by one solid piece of 3-meter copper. Yeah, something like that is pretty cool. We also can bend coils and anything like that. Back in the old days, they used to fill the pipe up with sand, bend it over their bodies, bend it over the knee. But yeah, using the benders just makes things a little bit more easier. So yeah, that's a quick little video on the Monument Tools pipe benders. I'll drop some links down below where to get the Bend It Now ones and stuff like that. But yeah, if you like them, check them out. Monument Tools. So if you like today's video, please give it a like, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the next one.